Now introducing to Marge of House Big Bro and Lostis, first of his name, protector of the Seven Kingdoms, king of patrons and subscribers, conqueror of the Game of Thrones, father of a dog, and breaker of copyright.
Thank you for coming, my lords, my ladies, my peasants. We've gathered for one reason and one reason only. House of the Dragon, baby. Season 1, Episode 2, The Rogue Prince. Obviously that's referring to Daemon. Let me say something about Daemon. Because the Daemon fans, they showed up and showed out, y'all. Y'all came for me about Daemon. I don't think I said much bad about him. I did compare him to Ramsay. People was like, he is not a Ramsay. Okay. All right, I ain't fuck with Daemon. I ain't fuck with y'all neither. Shit. Daemon's cool in my book. He's interesting to watch. He can be vicious. But y'all are like, y'all made the point to say he really loves his family. Which I took note of that. I mean, he seemed to care about at least Rhaenyra, and I mean, he didn't do anything directly to hurt his brother, but I mean, him and his brother kind of fell out at the end. So, and his brother gave away his heir title, so because Daemon was technically next to sit on the throne, but nobody wants him there, but his brother. So, I don't know. But y'all said to watch Otto. Otto's the one that's the hand. I don't know if I know his face quite yet. But y'all said he's the one that's kind of basically like sneak dissing Daemon. So I got that. And yeah, so Rhaenyra is the heir now to the throne. Viserys's wife, what's her name? I don't even want to guess. But anyway, she died, and then so did the baby, the heir for the day. He died as well. And I'm trying to remember names, y'all. Y'all told me the black dude of Driftwood, his name is Colress. I learned a little bit about them, that house is somewhere between Dragonstone and King's Landing. I don't know why they didn't show up in the main series. I'm hoping that means that they didn't get killed. Maybe they just weren't involved. Y'all know black folk be minding their business. Like, they didn't want nothing to do with that. But, yeah, Driftmark is somewhere out there. Hopefully we get to see it. They are part Valyrian. And I hope they have dragons. That was another thing. How all Targaryens don't have dragons, y'all? I was like waiting to see more dragons. Everybody's like, well, there's only a few dragons. A few? I thought all Targaryens had dragons. I wish the fuck I would be a Targaryen and I ain't got a dragon. What is this? Like, I better be born with a fucking dragon egg or I'm taking one. God damn it. I'll be damned if I'm the Targaryen without a dragon. There ain't no way cousin Visenya got a fucking dragon and I don't. That ain't fair. Is it only the royal Targaryens that get dragons? Like, who decides who gets dragons and why the fuck wouldn't I get one? We're gonna have a problem. There gotta be a community dragon or something that I can go out there and ride or, train with or do something. How all Targaryens they got dragons? What the dragons doing that they ain't mating? I don't know how they mate, but they better get to making eggs. Aegon's 1 through 6 need their eggs ready. Viserys 1 through 3. Well, he can't even have one, but Viserys, his daughters at least, they need some fucking dragons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all better get on it. The black folk, they need their dragons. I don't know what these dragons be doing. Y'all can't just fly them around and then lock them up. They need to get busy because all Targaryens need dragons. Well, some of them probably don't. But the ones that don't need them already got them probably, so it don't even matter. If I'm Targaryen and I don't have a dragon, I'm taking somebody's fucking dragon egg. That's all I know. I'm going to walk up, see a baby in the crib with a dragon egg, and I'm snatching that motherfucker, and I'm raising it in secret. I'm about to go to the fucking dungeon or somewhere in the fucking flea bottom where, the Targaryens don't really be at, and I'm raising my dragon in secret. Because there's no way I'm not getting a fucking dragon. And when I get big, y'all ain't going to fuck with me. So, anyway, that's just my little rant about the lack of dragons. I think I looked when I was editing, and it said 10 dragons, right? At least, I think, before the time jump. But we only saw 2. We saw Rhaenyra's, and I don't know the names of the dragons, and we saw Daemon's. So, hopefully there's at least 8 more, if not more by now. But yeah, I've been talking forever. Let's get into this, y'all. Full and other reactions are available on Patreon. I raised my brightness because I couldn't see last time.
If those shipping lanes should fall, it will beggar our ports.
Crab
Shall we
feeder.
discuss the
So he
heirs
deals with
tournament?
traders since his house is on the sea.
You are to return to Dragonstone at once.
I ain't never even heard of Dragonstone.
King.
The intro's back. There go the blood. Y'all know what it is. Fire and blood, baby. I don't know where the hell it's taking us, but it looks cool. I like it. Targaryens. Ain't gotta steal the Lannisters and shit. Oh, crabs. Is this where the crab feeder is? Whoever the fuck that is? Oh no. And he's still alive? They tearing up that ankle meat! I just woke up. It's too early for sick and twistedness. We didn't even have a conversation and we already tearing folks up. I got wine too.
But he was ill for some time.
You needed to get
He
through this
passed in
shit.
peace, I hope.
Yes, Your Grace. He was found to have passed gently in his sleep. His remains are being prepared by the Silent Sisters.
The Silent
The
Sisters.
succeeding Lord Commander, Sir Harold, would like to make haste in finding Sir Ryan's replacement on the King's Guard.
Your Grace,
I wish I knew all
My lords.
these people, because
King's Guard must soon be restored to its full complement of 7. With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All
So that must be
passed their
Otto.
trial.
Chorus, right?
4 ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
If you've something to discuss, Lord,
I want to know what is to be done.
Crown will compensate you
Ezekiel's
for
not
your
playing
ship
with
and
y'all.
crew and make an offering to the men's
I
family.
don't want compensation. I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
Fire and
I'm not
blood.
prepared to start a war with the Free Cities.
These pirates are not the free cities.
Who do you think provides them with their ships and tender?
In all of its history, my lord, the 7 kingdoms have never entered open war with the free cities. Were that to happen, the losses would be incalculable.
So let them run all over y'all then?
What reason does the crab feeder have to fear us? The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Damon has squatted there for over half a year,
Damn.
without even a protest from the crown.
I'll caution you, Lord
It's
Corliss.
been half a year since the first
A
episode?
seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
I have acted, Corliss. I've sent envoys to Pentos and Volantis to see if we might find common cause. Ships and men are at the ready. The Stepstones will be settled in time.
He ain't got
You
time.
have Dragon Riders, father.
I was gonna say, people are dying. And why is she still the cupbearer and she's heir?
Send us.
It isn't that simple, Rhaenyra.
It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
She ain't scared.
I only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Because
Why don't you
being
take
the
the princess
cupbearer
to
is
see
not
about
the
the new
move.
King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
A fine idea, Your Grace.
This knight will protect you as well. You should choose.
Sir Desmond Callan. A fine knight, Princess. Step forward, Sir Desmond.
They're just keeping her busy.
Son of Sir Royce Callan, Sir Desmond has proved strong and steady in both attorney lists and without. While traveling through the King's Wood on his way to King's Landing, Sir Desmond recently brought a would-be poacher to justice.
What's she supposed to say to that?
You might thank him for his loyal service, Princess.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown, sir.
Okay. Yeah, y'all gotta teach her, because how we supposed to fucking know? The queen that never was.
Sir Ryman Mallister,
You need to tell me what house he's
son of
from.
Lord Lyman Mallister.
I don't
Seagull.
recognize the...
Winner of the melee at Cider Hall. He was the last mounted of 3 and 20 knights. Sir Ryman was knighted at 8 and
How
10.
many of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers.
I like how blunt she is.
Sir Kristen Cole, son of the steward of the Lord of Blackhaven.
Be welcome, Sir Kristen. You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Dornish marches, Princess. I fought for a year as a foot soldier against the Dornish incursions. Sir Arlen Dondarrion knighted me after we raised two of the watchtowers along the Bone.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Let's not be too hasty, Princess. There's no doubt Sir Kristen is a fine warrior, but houses such as Crickle and Alistair are important allies of the Crown. Seaguard, for instance, is the realm's prime defense against reavers from the Iron Islands.
Those men are Tawny Knights. My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat.
I agree.
Should he not?
Of course, Princess.
Well, let us plan Sir Kristen's investiture then.
She letting you know her word is law.
The Valyrian
Or at least it will be in the
built into
future.
a volcano.
But she's still pretty
Once our
powerful as
Dragonstone.
princess.
The Dragon Lords, the highest of the nobility, lived here, at the volcanic face, closest to the source of their magic and power. And this was the Inauguration, where the Blood Mages worked their craft.
It is truly wondrous what you've built.
Oh, no. I only pore over the histories and provide the plans. The stonemasons built the structures.
Do you believe the Westeros can be another Valyria, Your Grace?
That depends whether you speak of the freehold at its height or at its fall. Over 1,000 dragons, a navy large enough to span the seas of the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 1,000 dragons.
The glory of old
'Cause Tina
Valyria
ain't
will
doing
never be
it.
seen again. Tell me, how is Rhaenyra?
What do you mean?
Well, these days she doesn't say more than a few words to me. I think she might find it difficult to discuss personal matters.
It will take time. It did when I lost my own mother.
I wish she would approach me.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
I think she would open herself to you if invited. You do have such an easy way about you, Your Grace.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No, Your Grace.
She looked like she's lying. Something about her is a little off. Either she's lying or she's
It's only
keeping
been half a
something.
year since my mother died. And already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir. I know those men and how they plot in their secret councils when I've been sent away.
You cannot worry at the matters of lords and kings, Rhaenyra. What if your father were to remarry?
Yeah, because you trying to get up in now, Alicent. At least that's what your people want, I'm sure.
Your father loves you.
But she sees it as
He chose you for
it
his
would be a
heir.
betrayal for Rhaenyra.
He didn't choose me, he spurned Daemon.
Kneel with me. I find this is a way to be with my mother. Here in the quiet of the scepter. I feel close to her. I know it sounds foolish.
I don't think it's foolish.
I don't. Good. Because I thought you might try. If not for me, then perhaps for them.
What do I say?
Whatever you wish. It's only for you and the gods to know.
I want him to see me as more than his little girl.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort.
Thank you.
Just trying to help both of them heal. She seems to be pretty decent. I like her.
Your Grace.
I'm glad we could meet. I know tempers ran hot today. I wanted to assure you how much I value the bond between our houses. Rhaenys is my favorite cousin after all.
I wish to apologize for the tenor at the small council today, Your Grace. It was not my intent to make offense.
Your fleet is one of the realm's most important assets, Lord Corlys. But you must understand, as king, it is my obligation to avoid war until such time it is unavoidable.
None among us desire open war. Might I speak plainly, Your Grace?
I always welcome the unfettered thoughts of my council.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. The King's brother, so disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone without challenge. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
You paint such an aspirant portrait of my reign, Lord Corlys.
It is an honest one, cousin. At the moment, the crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
And a blind incursion in the stepstones is the only way to demonstrate that we are not?
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it, but you must never await its coming.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose, my lord?
They do.
Join our families. Wed our daughter Lena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses. With the Targaryen dragons and the Valyrian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead, not behind.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much thought. It hasn't even been half a year since Emma passed.
The realm expects you to take a new wife sooner or later, Grace, to strengthen your line and produce more heirs. You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
It really is a game, y'all. They all want to do is wed off their daughters to the king. They all want to be part of that powerful family. They're so funny. Alicent's in there, sneaking in and trying to have conversations with them, grow close to them. They want to marry their daughter. It's all a game.
Spoken much.
I'm sure there are others.
Since
He just want to grieve. He want to be a normal fucking person.
We should be free to speak our minds to one another.
you can say whatever you'd like. You are the king.
I loved your mother very much.
As did I.
It's the chirping for me. Well, we got the crickets out tonight.
Sir Harold provided a fine field of tawny knights.
Oh?
But in questioning them, I discovered that Sir Criston was the only man among them with true battle experience.
You'll make a fine knight of the King's Guard.
Today at small council,
Pay it no mind.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young.
But
You will learn.
That wasn't much of a conversation. And what the fuck is that? The fuck happened to somebody pinky? They
This
burnt
is our
it?
best chance to save the digit, Your Grace.
The what?
The maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
What the hell is wrong with him? He been had some disease from when
I
they was
held an
poking at his
audience
back.
earlier today with Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys.
That was most charitable of you, Your Grace. I'm sure Lord Corlys appreciated the spirit of it.
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Lena, to combine the strength of our houses and demonstrate my reign's strongest days are ahead, not behind.
Lord Corlys has overreached, Your Grace. Such matters must be discussed with a small council.
He want to be a
That
part
is
of
what
every
I'm doing.
conversation.
Presently.
The Lady Lena is young, Your Grace.
Indeed, but the wounds made by the Great Council still linger, my king. A match with their daughter would go a long way towards sealing the breach. And uniting the two great Valyrian houses would certainly signal unity throughout the realm.
Which
And
Boris
beyond.
said as much in
The
Rhaenys.
Grand Maester's reasoning is sound.
I do fear what Rhaenyra might think.
What does it matter, Your Grace? Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
So fuck her feelings. Okay. See, he's not that type of person though.
I dearly loved my own lady wife. The pain of her passing still haunts me. And to be compelled to replace her for duty's sake. You are the king, but I do not envy you.
So it's happening?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh no, that's a baby. She can't be no more than 8.
What
Fuck
was it
that.
like flying the Black Dread? You were Valerian's last rider.
Only for a short time.
We're
Before
not
he
finna
died.
do the chocolate children like
With
this.
Valerian died the last memory.
He's a
of
good man, but
Valerian
she's
revolt.
way too fucking young. And I know they don't
But
be
the thing
following
also
those rules,
is,
but that's way too fucking young.
somewhere. But too large for the dragon pit.
Some would say too large for our world.
Don't even look like a fucking teenager.
Do you know where she nests?
Not that that makes it better, but
I'm sorry?
goddamn.
Do you
Like,
know
she
where
looks
Hagar is
young.
The Dragon Keepers believe she made home somewhere on the coast of the Narrow Sea.
The workers of Spice Town report hearing her song at times. They say it's a sad thing.
I imagine even dragons get
He ain't
lonely.
gonna do it, because He got a daughter. It's just there's no way.
Your Grace, it would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
They trained her well.
Is that what your father told you to say?
Yeah. She don't want this. She don't know nothing about that.
What did
I
your
mean, she
mother
sounds
say?
smart, but I can't imagine a
But I
child
wouldn't have
fathoming
to beg
stuff
you
like that.
until I turned 14.
That is a baby. Look.
It bothers you, does it not?
My father
I
is a
gotta
king.
pour up because this shit is sick.
It is his duty to take a new wife and strengthen his line.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics. I asked whether this bothers you.
Lena is your daughter, princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does.
I was gonna say. Because now y'all can get somebody else to do
order
it.
of things. I'm not sure you do.
If you mean to elicit some anger from me, you should know that you are failing, princess.
Quite the opposite. Whether it's to my daughter or to someone else's, your father will remarry, sooner than late. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
Why does it seem like she's throwing that in her face?
Because that is the order of things.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Oh, I wish that could be Rhaenyra. But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen at the Great Council.
She's a little
and
bitter,
they
I
denied
know.
it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys. The queen who never was. But they bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it is very contradicting.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
And your father is no fool.
didn't they say Cersei was the first queen of the Seven Kingdoms? So I'm guessing that means Rhaenyra will never be queen.
The small council is urging you
Maybe
to
they
remarry.
could have had their history wrong, or maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't know.
Seems the
I thought
realm
they
wants
said
for a
Cersei was the
queen.
first one.
A good and kind queen will give comfort to your subjects. Does the small council have a particular lady in mind?
Lord
They
Corlys
have a
Velaryon
specific
has
girl
offered a
in
hand of
mind.
his daughter,
She's no lady yet.
the Lady Lena.
A very strong match, Your Grace.
We're not finna do chocolate children like this.
I must admit, I don't know Lena very well.
I'm
She's
sure that
8.
she is
What is there to
capable,
know? She ain't even lived life yet.
and that she will enjoy your company, as I have, Your Grace.
What the fuck is there to do with a child? Can't even talk politics, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not able to comprehend that type of shit. Like, what? There's literally no point but to sleep with her when she's 14. No, that's sick. I can pick somebody older and sleep with them now. I'm not gonna do that. Why is it so hard to find somebody his age? Even a woman, you know, in their mid-20s, 30-something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is pushing, what, 50 at least? Like,
I asked the
and
same
y'all
as
trying to marry
Queen.
into a fucking, what, 8-year-old? No.
This is a very kind gesture, Alicent. Very kind.
But I like Viserys. He's not gonna do it. I don't think. He seems like the most normal person in the fucking realm. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like him and Rhaenyra are just different than everybody else. I don't know. They actually act like normal people.
Your Grace, I've called the small council to an emergency session.
Oh God, what?
I think it best you hear it directly.
Very well.
This is his daughter, right? It
It
occurred in the blackness of the night, my lord, during the hour of the bat. What the fuck is that? The thief eluded our pursuit. A dragon egg was stolen from beneath the... I can't blame him, because we ain't got dragons! Prince Daemon was the culprit, Your Grace.
Daemon?
The
He had a
prince
dragon, though.
left a missive, which I believe might explain.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of old Valyria. She is to assume the title Lady Missaria of Dragonstone. Her grace is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle in the custody
Me
of
too!
House Targaryen.
Okay, yeah, see?
The prince has invited you to his wedding, Your Grace.
So you stole the egg and then said come to my wedding?
God's been good. Who is Lady Missaria?
We believe Daemon's Hall. This is nothing less than sedition. I strongly agree, sir.
My brother
I would have
wishes
stole
to
the egg
provoke
too, I
me.
don't care.
To answer is to give him what he wants.
The realm is watching, Your Grace.
What would you have me do? Send him to the wall? Perhaps I could put his head on a spike.
Daemon has seized Dragonstone, has surrounded himself with an army of gold cloaks, and has now stolen a dangerous weapon.
What?
Scorio Dromon Daemon Leitas.
Dreamfire's princess. For Prince Balon's cradle? Was that his heir?
Assemble a detachment, Otto. I will go to Dragonstone and drag Daemon back to face justice myself.
My
Oh yeah, I was
apologies, Your Grace, but I
disrespectful.
cannot allow it. It's too dangerous. Daemon is without limit. Let me go to Dragonstone.
I definitely wouldn't have stole the king's prince's egg. I wouldn't have done no shit like that. I would have took somebody else's egg. But Damon's trying to make a point. I didn't think somebody would actually do that crazy shit. I was just talking out my ass because I'm bitter about there not being so many dragons, but
On the most comely guarded court, where
That's
you
so funny.
destroy yourself. Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
she is not happy. What does she
Good
want?
day, Sir Kristen.
My lady, I've assembled 20 of your best household guards, my lord hand. Sahara will also join us.
You don't need more than 20. Damien is ready for violence. He came here and disrespected the king and then left a note saying, I did it. He's ready for violence. Took over their ancestral home with no permission. Then said, I'm taking 2 wives and one of your eggs. The egg that was for your son. Damien is a menace. He probably needs to be stopped. Sorry, y'all. We here. This is the path Jon walked when he first went to meet Daenerys. And the fog makes it so eerie. Dragon can come from anywhere. This is a narrow bridge to fight on. Ah, shit.
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
And them two, they
Your
got beat.
occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore, and leave Dragonstone by order of His Grace King Viserion.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
Okay, damn.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Kristen Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Very good.
This is a truly pathetic show, David.
I'm simply keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
Those traditions are for the true-born children of royalty, not for bastards fathered on a common whore.
Damn.
Lady Missaria is to be my wife.
This is an abomination. With every breath you soil your name, your house, and your brother's reign.
He be coming with the disrespect. I'd have just spitting it out.
And what of you, men of the City Watch? Aiding the prince in his treason?
The king made me their commander. They are loyal to me. You've come for the egg.
He said just abomination.
Here it is.
Otto, his tongue is crazy.
Are you mad? You've never survived this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Yeah, that's what he wants. That's
Even
what
if
the
it
note
ends in the death of your unborn
basically
child
said.
and its mother.
He finna hop on his dragon. Yeah. Yeah. Long neck. Y'all knew he had a dragon.
All of you, sheathe the fucking steel.
He's like, I'm not trying to die today. Another? Oh. Oh, Rhaenyra! Oh, shit. Don't tell me we finna have dragon on dragon violence. In the second episode, y'all, this what we doing? Y'all said Daemon loves his family. Let's see how much.
What are you doing here, Princess?
Preventing bloodshed.
Sir Kristen, please escort the princess to safety.
Take care not to startle Syrax, my lords. She's rather protective of me. Inez Adristoro, Gleisa, Luon Zombasmia, Nuon Isa.
Rotaor.
Vedrosso Dari Ohi Ikida.
Indari Honorion Daor.
Kron, Dromon Laudigon Ao Belvitas.
Pipot Zadr Zombie Mazan Bilo Vule, Konier Nuho Ruho, Subtailan.
Seculant.
Where's Hilari to me?
She's not pregnant.
I'm right here, Uncle. The object of your ire. The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me, so do it. And be done with all this bother.
Nah, his demeanor is a lot different. I see that now. When he came to talk to her. He does love her. Look at that, the power she holds. Now y'all better put some respect on her name, cause she just saved y'all lives. I know that's right, Rhaenyra. Look, he mad as hell. Yeah, but you was finna get everybody killed. She mad as hell. My lady, what is on your heart? Who hurt your soul, ma'am?
You want us that we were to be wed?
On the morrow.
And that I was with child.
He just out here lying.
Your child.
Perhaps when we are wed, we can make that true.
I ensured long ago that I would never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
You swore to protect me, Demon.
Zemon. I like her accent.
Dragonstone is quite secure.
Until the king decides to reclaim his ancestral seat. His men might not put the prince's head on a spike, but what would they do with a commoner he claims is taken to wife and made with child?
No one will harm you.
I have been sold this property more times than I care to count. Beginning in a homeland I can no longer recall.
Damn.
Most of my years have been spent living in terror.
You're safe with me, I swear it.
You are Targaryen. You can afford to play your stupid games with the king, but I cannot. I didn't come into your service wanting gold, the power, the station. I came to you to be liberated.
Liberated? From what?
Fear.
Damn. I feel bad for her. That is so sad.
I have come looking for an unencumbered opinion.
That's all I would ever give, Your Grace.
Ever since my name was read by the Archmaesters at the Great Council, I have felt Corlys Balarian's envious gaze staring at me from across the Blackwater.
You sit upon the highest seat in the realm, Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
Lena Valarian.
Lord Corlys is your master of ships. And she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She will mature.
Yeah, anyway. I thought
I never asked
obviously
you to
this is
marry.
different times, but I
As
wonder how the
king,
Tyrells
you
become
have
the
a claim
richest
on all
family and not
things.
Driftwood or whatever.
Even those you don't want. Marriage is not an obligation.
Like they never
you
even
can put
mentioned
off
his
for
Black House in Game of
What
Thrones.
if I was to reject Lord Corlys' proposal?
He would not be like to take it well. I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne would satisfy him. You should also consider that we find ourselves on the precipice of war in the Stepstones, and the Sea Snake holds claim to nearly half the realm's ships.
He would not dare withhold them in the face of the realm's need. Who is he to act to me?
No one, Your Grace. But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy.
Right.
The Sea Snake has made a calculated reach, fair play for a man of his position. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion,
I do.
You should wed Lena Valarian, Your Grace. Save Lord Corlys and fix him at your side, permanently as an ally.
Your Grace, the princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone?
He didn't know nothing about this. Look, she wants to earn her spot as heir. She's trying to prove herself. She's like, oh, okay, y'all trying to replace me. Okay, I got something for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I can do.
Your Grace.
You disobeyed me. You fled King's Landing without a word, and you acted without the crown's leave. You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
May I sit?
She ain't waiting for an answer. Look, she's learning. You want power, you kinda gotta seize it, just a bit.
You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
No. He would have gotten them killed. And started war.
Yes. Well, I sometimes forget how alike you both were. Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keeper's lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It's very rare that a king
Pleases
and queen
me
really love each other
to hear
like
you
this.
say this.
Very rare.
To know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggle to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown. But I know she understands what is now expected of me.
The king must take a new wife.
I could never replace your mother, no more than I intend to replace you as heir. But you are my only heir, and our line is vulnerable, too easily ended. And by marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us. I do not wish to make us estranged.
You are the king. And so your first duty is to the realm. Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
Okay. So she won't be bitter. She won't be like the queen who never was. See, that's why I said Viserys and Rhaenyra are the most level-headed, reasonable, normal people in the show. Like, they understand how things are, but they're also normal people. They grieve. You know what I mean? He didn't marry somebody just to marry him. Like, he truly loved her, you know, and they ruled together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really like them. They feel normal. Everybody else is all just games and political agenda. But they seem like real-ass people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
good morrow.
I thought Rhaenyra might have been making a play, but no, she just really wanted to keep the peace.
I have decided to take a new wife.
Oh, hold on to your seat, sir.
I intend to marry.
Look, they're like, let's see if our hard work paid off.
The Lady Alicent Hightower. Before Spring's End.
Ooh.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
I'm sorry, but that little girl, Corlys, was too young. Alicent don't want it, though. Look, it's hurting her. Oh, no, now she's mad. Because she didn't see that coming. Uh-oh. Oh, no, now Rhaenyra's pissed off. Okay, well, shit.
House Valerian's origins reach back to old Valyria, more ancient even than House Targaryen, according to some texts. But unlike the Targaryens, we were not dragon lords. For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea with grit and luck. When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted, so I went out and seized it.
Oh, God.
Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been
Don't tell me this Daemon.
made from the same cloth.
Oh, I knew it.
I wasn't aware you had a king for a brother.
We're both men who have had to cut our own way through the world. We've been passed over too often.
Did you call me to Driftmark to remind me of my low standing, Lord Corlys? Or was there some other reason?
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones?
Some Mirish prince.
Do they have them tied up just to be eaten by crabs?
I've been petitioning the king to send my navy into the territory.
Oh my god.
He's denied me.
It was never my brother's strongest trait. Being king.
The crab feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish to see Westeros weakened.
Oh my
The king's
god, they
fate is
nailed
for
him.
to accumulate strength. If those shipping lanes fall, my house will be crippled. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak for my brother as I wish.
But you will not.
You will not.
Waiting in the Stepstones.
You sound like my
It's
grandma.
a chance for you.
I'm gonna talk
prove
about my
what you
children,
doubted.
but you can't.
We are the realm's second sons, Damon. Our worth is not given. It must be made.
All right, then. Wow. Very good episode. Very good. A lot happening. So we met the crab feeder. It's easier when I can start putting names to faces, and they did a really good job this episode doing that. I'm starting to learn everybody better. So yeah, that crab feeder is fucking insane. Literally nailing them to whatever they are on the ground, like wood posts, and letting the crabs just claw at them. Like in the beginning, you see somebody ankle meat getting torn off by the crabs. That is fucking horrible. Talk about a slow fucking death. And you're probably roasting in the sun. Oh, I couldn't imagine. They always come up with some sick shit. The fucking crab feeder. No, like, that's why I couldn't live in this world. Yeah, I would have had to kill myself because there's no way I'm being subjected to that. Being taken prisoner as a prisoner of war is the worst thing in Game of Thrones. Like, you only could long for a quick death. That's it. Like, if you survive, they're torturing the shit out of you. Like, look at the phrase. They had people's legs cut off and was hanging them on, like, shit. And no, like, Ramsay will flay you. Like, some of these people out here are truly sick, y'all. Look at what Cersei did to the one she captured. Laria made her watch her own daughter die. The High Septon, I can only imagine, and I don't want to imagine what the Mountain subjected her to. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just being taken a prisoner of war is the worst thing in this world. And, yeah. But now we got Corlys and Daemon aligning themselves, it appears anyway, so far from that ending. Corlys is mad, obviously, because Laena didn't get married off to the king. She was too young. I know they don't give a fuck about that, but I do. And so I'm not mad at that. I just fear that Corlys is going to get his house killed, crippled, and that's why we don't see them in Game of Thrones. Or maybe they just become so small that they're kind of like other houses that don't really make a difference anymore. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at the, what's Sir Jorah's family? Mormont, House Mormont. They were small. They had what was it, like 60 fighters or some shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, because they're about to go into this battle and they get crippled so badly, there's not much left of them. There's no point of even mentioning them because they don't have that power. Clearly, they end up losing these shipping lanes and all that, which is where they get their money from. Because we know the Tyrells in the future become the most powerful, rich family. Well, the Lannisters and the Tyrells were both rich. The Lannisters had a lot of debt. But they were rich too, but I think the Highgarden was the richest. So obviously at some point Highgarden, I don't know how they get their riches, but they somehow they do. Otto's daughter, which he planted that seed in the first episode, kept sending his daughter Alicent to the king to become close with him. You know, she never directly asked to marry him, but she kept getting close on a personal level to where the king is not about just marrying any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want that. Like, he's not somebody who's going to play to the politics advantages. He wants to marry somebody he has a connection to. He's like a real fucking person. And so, you know, Alicent has been building, you know, this bond with him, even though it's fake, because Otto wants it to be fake. He don't care how Alicent do it, but you can see in Alicent's face it's not what she wants. Like she told her dad, you know, if that's what you wish, that's what I'll do. She does what her dad wants. But, and she did, at least on Viserys' side, King Viserys' side, the bond is real, but I don't know on Alicent's side if it's an act. What I do know that is real is Alicent's bond with Rhaenyra, and I think Rhaenyra definitely felt some type of way, obviously, because she just walked out the throne room. Drama, drama, drama. Daemon then snatched up an egg. I wouldn't have took the king's egg, but I would have took an egg if I was the Targaryen egg. But they explained it. It's for the royal family only. I guess there's not enough eggs to go around. But if they eventually get to 1,000 dragons and I don't get a fucking egg, I'm gonna be a little mad. But yeah. We still ain't seen no new dragons. I want more dragons, yeah. We still saw the same two. But I'm just curious who else has dragons. Maybe they're characters we haven't met yet. Or maybe, like I said, maybe they're community dragons. Maybe just kind of belonging to everybody. Or, you know, people who get permission to ride them. So people who are trained as dragon riders. Trying to think if there's anything else worth mentioning in this episode. Because it was just a lot of talk about heirs and things like that. And I like the conversation King Viserys and Princess Rhaenyra had, you know, regarding, like, you know, I got to do this. You know, I got to remarry. He don't usually play to the politics, but he does have to give a little. And she understood that. She's like, Mom would have understood, and I understand. Even though I think she does want to be queen, she understands that they can't do that. Like he said, their bloodline is their reign, their hold on the throne is weakened because it's only the two of them. He doesn't have any other heirs. So she gets that. And if he were to die and she were to take the throne, she would immediately be challenged. And if she died, then their family line is done on that throne. It would be taken over by another power. So I get it. I just want to know how we go from King Viserys, who's one of the most humblest, purest people that I've met in Game of Thrones. Not really. Same with Talia, and there's a couple of them. But I'm just saying, well, at least in this era. And we go from him to the Mad King. How does that happen? Who the fuck out here raising Aemon like this? I don't know. It's an interesting story, y'all. I'm excited to see where this goes. I am really enjoying the show. Very focused on, you know, these few stories. We're not jumping from place to place because there's a lot of new names and a lot of new type of people that I'm still learning, but it's easier to learn it when we're still focused on one storyline. So really enjoying that aspect of it. But yeah, onward with House of the Dragon. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode, and I will see you guys for more of the House of the Dragon.
And now his watch is ending.
And now his watch is ended.